Hello, Leo. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing amazing. Let's dive into your readings for this week. This is going to be for the last week of January, okay? I am a little bit sniffly and stuffy, okay, just because I've been a little bit ill. So if you can bear with my kind of croaky kind of voice, then let's go in together and see what's going on for you, okay? Starting off with an oracle card just to see what's going on for you guys. All right, for my Leos, what is an overall energy from the cosmic energy cards? You have an awakening, so that's what you're going through at the moment. This says awakening is a process of discovering your true self. So whatever you guys are going through, it is leading you towards your truest version of yourself. All right, so interesting. I wonder what area of your life this is impacting you, but either way, you're going through an awakening this week. So let's see what else. What else for my Leos? Please, Spirit. What is going on for the Leos? Please get one card out from this deck. Okay, of TikTok. So some of you are counting something down. Usually this, well, I just wanted to bring this up. We have time to go coming through. So I wonder if you're waiting to leave something or to go into something else. I mean, it doesn't mean that you'll be leaving something anyways, but it just feels like maybe you're excited and that's leading to frustration because you can't do something right now. We'll dive into it a little bit more and see where this is. I'm just speaking very generally because I have no idea what you guys are dealing with. But the TikTok card usually comes in for one of two reasons. Either you feel like you're running out of time, or you're hoping time is ticking so that you can get something. All right, whether you're manifesting something or waiting for an answer, at the moment you're in this waiting period. All right, let's see what else then. The advice with this card, by the way, is always to surrender, because time, we can't control the time, guys. When will we learn? It's the one thing that we definitely have no control over whatsoever. But one thing I will say is time can be our perspective of time is really important. You know, those times where you're having so much fun that time flies and you just didn't even realize, or you have times where you are just waiting for it to be over and it feels like it's taking longer. Ultimately it's the same time, but it just feels different. So if you want things to speed up, maybe it's a good time to surrender and go and have some fun, because then it will speed up. All right, but let's see what else is coming up for you. All right, Leos, let's see. Anxiety. Well, there we go. I wonder if it's to do with caring connections, or because of caring connections you're making some sort of change. Now, anxiety coming through a TikTok, I mean, it makes sense. It definitely feels like the timing of something is creating this and creating maybe some unnecessary overthinking. It makes sense. You might be in an unknown period. Usually that's when anxiety comes up. It's because we're thinking so much about the future and what ifs and, what could happen and what if everything goes wrong. So let's see what this is for you guys then, and why you're feeling this way. She's worried about that lightning and what if it strikes me, and it might not ever. She's just really overthinking what's going on around her. Okay. So you could be experiencing that. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say for you guys this week. I have the animal spirit deck. So let's get two of these out for you. Parrot spirits. That's interesting. This is saying, watch your words. And as you know, parrots can is it parrots that can yeah, they can talk and they can repeat things. So just be aware of what you're saying to others. This is really usually about what you're manifesting. Be careful of what you're speaking into existence. Most of the time, manifestation comes down to your belief system. No, it's not necessarily your words. So just be careful what you repeat to yourself, okay, or to others. When it comes down to others, what I was going to say is that we don't want gossip stirring around, right? So be careful of what you're saying to others, because it could be repeated at this time. You don't want to get yourself in that kind of situation, do we? So it's Parrot saying, watch your words. Let's see what else is coming out for you. I wonder if journaling could be good for you, or changing the narrative. Instead of saying I don't have enough time, It could be changing the narrative to kind of wording it differently. I really feel like for some of you, that is the reason why the parrot is coming up. It's saying, watch your words, because they are powerful. And it could, I feel like maybe it needs adjusting there to change a belief or to change a narrative or to change a perspective of some kind. Anyway, as I said, I do want another card from this deck, so let's get it out for you, Leo. The last week of January. Thank you. Okay. And Dragonfly, who did this just come out for? Maybe it was Gemini or Cancer. Either way, came out for somebody else too. So you have the Dragonfly. This says truth transcends illusion. All right. So I wonder if this is like an internal thing. Okay. You could be doing a lot of subconscious healing. Maybe subconsciously you're doing this. Because you have awakening as well, this really does feel like it's a deep thing that's going on within you. I'm hearing it has to be, of course. So truth transcends illusion. So maybe that's to do with the words. Anyway, if there's gossip going around or people are gossiping about you or there's illusions going on around you, just live in your truth. Actually, that's interesting. True self came up earlier in the awakening card. As long as you are staying true to yourself, true to what you're saying, as long as you have integrity and again, living your truth, then you will always prevail. Okay? The truth will always prevail. Interesting. Let's dive into your tarot then, my angels. Let's see what's going on for you. So the first card I like to get out is an overall energy for this week. What is the energy of this week for the Leos? The Hermit. So it's very self-reflective. This is Virgo energy. The Hermit is known to be a guide, a teacher, a mentor. So that could be something that's going on within your life at this moment of time. Maybe you are becoming that. Maybe somebody else is coming in to help you, to guide you. Even if they are not specifically a teacher in your life, they could be like an elder or somebody who's super wise. If not that surface layer message, the Hermit really is about self-discovery. He has to climb the mountain to see things from a different perspective, which basically is speaking about going through challenges in order to see things differently or see the path ahead. It's about analyzing, it's about reflection, introspection, isolation at times. So you might find yourself this week kind of needing some time alone or wanting some time alone or just doing it anyway. The Hermit is really good though. And also the Hermit has the star in his lantern, which can mean a few things. It could mean that it's again about, even in dark times and challenging times, it's about kind of sticking to following your North Star, right? Your true purpose, your truth maybe. But the star is also about hope in tarot. So it could be a dream and a goal, but it can also be about kind of carrying hope with you to guide you. Either way, let's see what else is going on for you. I'm going to clarify this for you with the Light Seers deck. If I can find it, it's right in front of me. All right. Why is the Hermit the overall energy for this week for Leo? Interesting how it came up on top of the Dragonfly like this. What is it? The 5 of Wands. So that's interesting. I really like this message actually, because the 5 of Wands of course can be conflict and competition. So this could be like a bickering group of friends or colleagues or people around you. The good thing with the Hermit is that you're taking time away from that. You're looking at it differently. You're a lot wiser than those around you. So I like the fact that you're taking yourself out of conflicting situations. Now, this can also be internally. Remember, it always goes one or two ways. However it resonates with you, it could be your own conflict in life, right? It could be your own kind of competition with yourself or with others or whatever it may be. This is a round and round energy, right? It kind of doesn't get anywhere. So whatever this is, you're walking away from it. You're looking at it differently from a higher perspective, which is always great with that Hermit. Gaining a lot of wisdom through maybe even analyzing the conflict, maybe analyzing others. Or maybe for some of you might do that as a career. You analyze other people's problems and find a solution or whatever it is. But the 5 of Wands, usually the best thing to do when that card comes up is about being the bigger person. Because otherwise, if you're dealing, for example, with a conflict with immature people, you know those ones where you're actually trying to say a point and they're like just mocking what you're wearing, or just really kind of, they're just argumentative, or they're just trying to win something, or, it just goes round and round, right? There's no one's listening, everyone's talking kind of thing. And that could be what's going on in your own mind too. Anyway, the Hermit is about you reflecting on whatever that conflict is and finding an answer, most likely, that's going to help you somehow. All right, because that's what that awakening is. It probably is to do with something that you're learning from, that is to do with finding your true self. It's part of that awakening. Right, what else do we have then for you? I mean, this could be the anxiety, the conflict, the trying to race against time, whatever it is. All right. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust this here. Right. Okay, let's look at the energy of Leo. What is the energy that Leo will be radiating this week? As the Six of Wands. If that's not a Leo card, I don't know what is. Well, strength, blah, blah, blah. Like, of course, there's more. But this is all about success, victory, gaining attention. And actually, the best thing about this is victory over the conflict. The 6 comes after the 5 of Wands. So that's really cool to come up here. So you are definitely being the bigger person this week in whatever you're dealing with at this time. You might be getting a lot of attention at this time. You could be seeing a lot of recognition or reward for your work. 6 of Wands is winning a war, winning a battle. So that's the energy you're showing up as. It's also about having confidence, being seen, being in a spotlight. So however it applies to you, that's how it's coming through. But I will, of course, clarify that too. So let's see. Why is the 6 of Wands in Leo's energy? A High Priestess here. And it's interesting how it came up. What does it mean? Because the High Priestess usually is about listening to your intuition, and maybe that is what you're doing. It's also about being silent. Usually it's about watching your words. Yeah, I kind of get it. And I wonder if you are really kind of detaching from situations in general. And that just could be what it is. It's also part of the awakening. The combination of the Hermit and the High Priestess is very powerful because you're really not only learning through experience, but you're also connected to your intuition as well. You're able to see more than just that surface layer. And I feel like that's a constant theme this week, that you're really outgrowing certain ways of being. If that conflict or competition energy is to do with you and how you've been feeling, or and I feel like you're learning how to feel victorious and successful without comparing yourself to the external world, and how much money you've got, or how much success you have, or whatever it may be, or what other people are doing. Like, you're really zoning into yourself is what it feels like with that combination. The High Priestess here. Let me show you, because I'm staring at it and you're just staring at me staring at it. Right, so either way, following your gut instincts is going to guide you to victory. So that's always nice to see during a reading. So let's carry on then. We're going to go over what your challenge this week might be. What is the challenge or obstacle, please, for Leos this week? 7 of Wands. Your challenge is not giving up, I would say, with that combination. Well, with that card specifically, because usually it's somebody with a stick, fighting all the other sticks. And it's really saying, despite how it looks, despite all this conflict or things coming up against you at this time and life throwing bricks at you, whatever it is, you will have success. So don't back down. Don't question yourself. Don't get anxious, feeling like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do all these things at once. Somehow you're going to get it done. Somehow you're going to have victory. You have a lot of wands coming through now that I think about it. You're going from the 5 to the 6 to the 7. Interesting. This is the most beautiful card in a deck, arguably. The Chariot is also nice. People have been asking what deck this is, and actually I don't have the box here, but I will try write it down. Please remind me in the comments if you want to know, because I keep forgetting to update my description. So yeah, 7 of Wands. Regardless, you're going to find your way. Regardless, it's going to make sense. You just have to keep consistent. You have to keep fighting for yourself. You have to keep pushing. So whatever that 5 of Wands is, whatever battles you're dealing with at this moment of time, absolutely, they're saying your challenge is keeping consistent. Your challenge is not giving up, because you will have success. They're almost guaranteeing it for you. All right, let's clarify that then, shall we? Right, the 7 of Wands. Why is this here in a challenge position? Why is this a challenge? Look at that, on top of awakening here. Kind of came up like that. So it's crossing the awakening. Your challenge is getting out your own head here. And this is a big part of your awakening, as I'm repeating, just trying to find a way to say it right. As you can see in this illustration of the Eight of Swords, it really is like her perspective of herself is a lot more trapped than she actually is. It's a mentality a lot of the time, or again, anxiety really is, again, something that is created in the mind, right? But of course, if you're dealing with certain sniffling over here, more extreme anxieties, I also suffer that, so I get it. It's not just an in your head thing, your whole body feels it. So if that's you, definitely go speak to somebody about it, because that can also be broken. You're not stuck like that forever. However, I feel like it's about freeing yourself from feeling incapable, or feeling stuck in your environment, or feeling trapped with everything going up against you. Again, it looks like something is impossible to break free from. And it's interesting that that's what's coming through, because you do have that time to go as well. So it almost feels like a breaking free from something, and that's something that you're really wanting, and it feels impossible, whether it be moving home, whether it be, coming out of a really toxic work environment, but you're trying to save up in the meantime, it's that kind of thing. I don't know what it is for you, but it just feels really challenging at this time. But the Eight of Swords on top of awakening is almost like saying here that once you break free from that limitation in your mind, that it's not possible, I can't do it mindset, not only are you going to have an awakening, but you're also going to have the success that you feel is impossible, right? So watch your words, watch what you're saying to yourself. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. All right, we're going to dive into what is going on in your external environment, what's going on around you. Interesting. The Magician in reverse. I'm going to clarify that before we speak about it. Why is this here in the environment in the reverse? Okay. The Strength card is your card again, and the Wheel. Sorry. Okay, so this is an interesting combination, because the Magician, we want it to be in the upright, right? Usually it's about, manifesting, bringing things to life, believing in yourself, being resourceful. And these are good cards to come out with it, because Strength is about using your courage, right? You are a Leo, you are a Lion, right? Being open, being vulnerable, but also being courageous, that beautiful balance. And the different types of strength is important. It's not just about punching someone in the face. That's not just the meaning of strength. It's not just how strong you are. It's your emotional strength. It's your ability to be vulnerable at times. It's your ability to speak your truth. It's your ability to keep fighting even when things look up against you and impossible, like whatever it is. That's courage, right? It takes courage to fail and get back up again, whatever. Those are all examples of strength. So Strength and the Wheel. Now the Wheel is quite lucky, especially with Strength. It does feel like it's almost saying here that with consistency, with courage, with strength, whatever that means to you guys, things will turn in your favor. The Wheel is all about fate changing. Okay, and luck coming in. It's all about expansion as well. It's ruled by Jupiter, this card. So so it kind of feels like, I wonder if, but the Magician in reverse is stunting me. I'm going to get one more and try and ask why it's in reverse. Why is it in reverse, please, Spirit? What is the meaning of the Magician here in the reverse position? What are you trying to say? Interesting. I wonder if for some of you, because the 10 of Wands is about finally releasing something. I wonder if you're delaying something. Maybe that's what the timing is about. I wonder if you're waiting for the right time for some of you. I wonder what this is, because 10 of Wands, again, as I was saying, is about coming to the end of a chapter, needing to release something. Is becoming too much of a burden, and it's good news in the upright saying you're doing that, but in reverse, it's saying that you're overexhausting yourself, or feeling exhausted, feeling burnt out, or still holding on to something. And it came up on top of TikTok. On the time, you're still hung up on the timing, or you're not letting go of the timing. And I wonder if that's what's preventing you from manifesting. It's not the first time I hear or speak about something that I heard of, where it's like the more that you're asking, like, when is this going to happen, and feeling anxious, that's, you're basically projecting out there that you don't think it's going to happen, so you're worried, right? Whereas if we knew something, if somebody came, if an angel came to you and said, this is going to happen, I promise you, you just need to keep going, you're going to feel super motivated to keep going, right? Because you know it's going to happen. That's what manifesting is kind of about. It's like you have strong conviction. It's like law of assumption or whatever, that it's going to happen. Like there is no doubt in your mind it's going to happen. So I wonder if that's what it is, that you wouldn't even care about the timing because you just know. You know you're on the right path. You know you're moving forward. So I almost feel like that knowing is what Spirit wants you to have here, so that you can let go of the timing of something, or fear of the time running out, whatever it is. Spirit saying let it go. Let go of timing, or let go of anything you can't control. The past, right? Your current circumstances. Maybe right here, right now, you can't control it, but making a plan for you moving forward to control it is something we can do, but whatever. So strengthen the wheel. I feel like, again, your courage is going to help change your fate, turn in your favor. Okay? So that's why the Magician's reverse, because something is blocking it. It's the same kind of thing, that you're feeling more trapped than what needs to be. Right. Let's go and have a little look and see what's going on in your inner world. The Wheel of Fortune. So there we go. There's a lot of change going on at this moment of time. So this does feel quite nice. I'm going to clarify it though, because I hate to speak ahead of myself. But because the wheel is here twice, it definitely is saying that something's shifting. And this is going on within you as well as outside of yourself. But within you, definitely first. Right, let's see. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in the inner world? I love that card. This is always my card of progress. Making progress. And ironically, that Nine of Swords is here, which is that anxiety, right? It's that fear, that worry, that what if, and, you know, worrying about all the problems and not looking at the solution. So the Wheel of Fortune being in your inner world, again, not only is a shift, but the Knight of Pentacles in the world. I feel like this is related to this awakening. You're learning something within. The Knight of Pentacles, you're slowly understanding something, or you're planting seeds to change certain things. Because this is going on within you, definitely feels like some of you are rewriting your subconscious mind, certain beliefs or fears that you may have, whatever it is. It's really opening new doors for you. And I say that because you have the wild card here with it. So you're planting seeds within, you're learning new things, you're building upon yourself, you're making progress within on your soul's journey, your spiritual well-being, emotional well-being, mental, whatever it is, all of the above. This is opening a new cycle. And the wild card is always my glow up card, I like to say. And because it's going on within you, you're definitely leveling up here. Makes sense with the awakening, right? You're awakening. You're being taken to a new level in your life through some sort of knowledge and through discovering this, your true self, your best version of yourself. Right. What is the advice that you have then, please, Spirit, for Leo this week? Six of Cups. Now that's interesting. This is a card of the past. Could be about children, maybe spending time with children or your children or whatever. Could be important, makes you feel maybe a bit more. What's interesting, and maybe even your own inner child, whatever it is. You know how children just think they can do anything. You know, like they want to be so many things, and these you know, sometimes they just want to be like a dinosaur or something. They just have a big imagination. Nothing is impossible to them, you know? And I really feel like that kind of flows nicely with your reading here. So 6 of Cups. Try not to choke right now because my throat is going to be tickly. So 6 of Cups is really tapping into your inner child and that part of yourself. Spending more time with children could help you, or again, doing some inner work on your inner child might help you to feel more like a child if you never really got the chance to be one or to experience that. Or maybe you just grew up too quickly, for example, then it's a really good time to tap back into that side of yourself. 6 of Cups can also be about the past. So maybe there is something here that Spirit's trying to highlight for you that might need looking at, observing, looking at from a different perspective or whatever. Let's see what that is for you. Because this is advice. Let's move this all over, shall we? I keep saying that. Right. Why is the 6 of Cups your advice, Spirit? What do you mean by this? 4 of Swords, there's healing. All right, healing something of the past connections, past heartbreak, whatever it may be. The Four of Swords is healing, resting. Usually it's also about addressing it. In order to heal from something, you can't just sweep it under the rug because, it's just an open wound at that point. It's allowing it to heal without picking at it again. Like a scab. I know that's a really gross visualization for it, but it helps because every time we go back to the past and reopen that wound here by digging into it, thinking about everything that everyone's done wrong and how dare they, and I can't believe they did that. By the way, we all do it. I'm not calling you out at all. We all do it. Thinking about, all the things that happen that hurt you, it's just slowly tearing your heart and also just picking at that scab again, which means it's going to bleed again and it's just going to be more painful and still not healed. The moment that you let it be, I know it's hard. Maybe looking at it from a different perspective might help you to no longer look back at it in anger, like the song. Somehow, whatever that means to you, however you can do that, so you can fully let it heal, let it become a scar, let it not be an open wound anymore. Let it just be a reminder of how strong you are, where you've come from, how much you've grown, what you've had to endure to be able to get the success you're about to get. You didn't have to go through it, by the way. Unfortunately, we have a lot of troubling people in this world, to say it nicely, but we can't control that, right? We can control how we come back from it, and that feels like that's your advice here, is healing the past, okay, in whatever way you can. Past memories, rewriting it, whatever it is. Okay, my angels, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Maybe it's just healing your relationships as well, because sometimes Six of Cups can be soulmates. So healing soulmates, your relationships with soulmates, whether that be friendships or whatever, people in general, that could be important for somebody. All right, so I love you. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, even though I have a very sick voice. I do feel fine, for anyone who's wondering and cares. I feel very good, actually. It's just like my voice takes some time and still a little bit nasally, but it's whatever. I'm happy to be back though anyway. So I love you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. All right.